Like turn on your
Here we go. Watch me flex my flow. You'll be the next to know. Spit it hot flambeau. Swing them bars like whoa. Grab the remote control. Must have called a million times. I'm on the other side. Hello. Better watch that stream. Caught up in the track to beat. Scrub that beat with bleach. So when I hit it, bro, I spit it clean. Burn it now. Have to turn the furnace down. Y'all don't want this beef. I hit 'em with a holy cow. Hit 'em with the verse. Got 'em thinking, wow. This ain't a game, kid, why you play around? This that ill spit, them bars are so sick. I'll shock the whole world, anaphylactic. Every single time, I spit another rhyme. The planets all align, so bright I blind them with my shine. Bro, I'm designed to make your confidence decline. Every line about to blow like stepping on a landmine. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh man, we are live from the Ross Racing truck. We are currently getting past the border. Sorry for the delay. Please click on the link and I will try and add you to the stream. This one is going to be super cool. We got a bunch of the young guns coming on board. Yeah, sorry about that, Jay. It is definitely a little dark in the truck right now, but I'm hoping that we can get a little bit better once we start moving, and hopefully we can get a few people on the line. So I know we are trying to have Chris on board, little Johnny Rocket, and a few others of the Fast Kids. Andrew Blakely, I know, messaged me a little bit earlier, so hopefully you guys can get the link in the comment and then just basically click on the link. If you're on your phone, mobile, or laptop, the link will automatically open up a browser and you should be good to go. Gavin, what's going on? Hopefully you got to see the picture that I used for the show today. Super cool to have you on board with that. So I'm thinking once a guest calls in, it will come into my participation booth. So if somebody wants to try the link, let me see here. I'm just going to make sure that I actually have it on there for you guys. Make sure I have the right one.
Did you ban kids watching?
I think so. All right. I think I got it. There we go. All right. So we are live. I just got a message from Steve. So basically what we're going to try and do today is get these young guns on the show and kind of like just get their opinion on what RC is doing currently and kind of like how they balance it. They got school most likely. Some of them even have part-time jobs, and a lot of them are basically sponsored by their parents. And you know what? I know how excited I get when I see Michaela putting on a good run, making some moves, trying to, solidify her way into the A main. And now with Nathan trying the bigger classes, it's definitely cool. Kyle, awesome run at the cash days. Was watching you at the barnyard. It was definitely cool. Hopefully we could get some of the reports, I guess, because basically what I tried to do was get as many things as I could. Nathan is the fastest, Ross. Oh my God. Yeah, right. Why are you not at home in the studio? Oh, it was my dad's birthday. And oh my God, because of the auto show and the Lions winning today, I think that it was ridiculously busy at the border. It took us almost 45 minutes to cross the border. So I do apologize for not being able to come live. from the Ross Racing Studios. And thanks to my beautiful wife taking over, we are able to at least try and get these peeps on the show. So like I said, all you have to do is just click on the link in the comments and you should be able to come on board. I'm thinking that it'll pop up in my mobile browser, so definitely do it. Oh, Earl, for sure, dude. You would definitely be part of S-Works Canada in a heartbeat. Just say the word. We'd love to have you on board. And always a good time when you and the fam come out to any event. I know my kids definitely miss your kids. And it's all about hanging out and having fun. Because if you're not having fun, you shouldn't be doing it. So if you do try and click on the link to call in, just let me know in the comments so I can bring you on board, because this is my first time doing it mobile, and hopefully it's working. I don't get to see as many things going on, so hopefully it's not too shabby. I do apologize for bumping around, but definitely going good. Sponsorship is earned and not given, folks. That is, let me see. Can I? There we go. Okay. So it's definitely a true story. You can tell by the level of drivers that getting sponsored and being a true sponsored driver is a lot of work. Everybody just thinks that it's all fun and games, but these people definitely are doing what it takes to be successful, putting in work, and trying to get their whole race program to that next level. So I think that Andrew is going to try and call in. So all he has to do is just click on the link, and hopefully it'll bring you on board with me. I'm not sure exactly how that will look, but you know what? We will give it a try. And also, if Steve, if you can let Chris know that we are live now, and the link is in the comments. So all he has to do is click on the link, and that will bring you into a browser that will actually link you to my studio. We are on the mobile studio, and it was definitely cool. Now, I know today they had a race out at Spark on their new layout, and definitely wondering how that went down. I'm curious to see how the new layout proved to be. Did the track hold up? Was the grip levels there? Oh, here we go. Okay, we got Andrew Blakely in the house. Hold on. We are going to bring Andrew on board. We'll just let him get his camera set up. Bring it down a little bit, bud. All right, let's see. Bring Andrew, add him to the screen. Andrew, what is going on, big guy?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can definitely hear you.
Okay,
hopefully everybody in the stream can hear Andrew as well. Where are you at right now, bud?
I'm just in the living room by the
Okay,
computer.
all right. I thought you were on your like gaming rig or something like that. You were
No.
gonna start launching NASA rockets from that thing. So we got Andrew Blakely. Andrew Blakely is definitely one of my younger sponsored drivers, and this season he did not disappoint. The kid would actually work Saturday. His boss, we got to have a little chit chat with the boss, but the boss was going to make him work. He would show up. We would have his stuff as ready as we could. He would throw down and literally within a few laps would punch his ticket into the A main. Now, I seen last weekend, this kid got to try Truggy, and holy cow, man, once we get that set up for him, it's going to be lights out for a lot of people. But welcome to the show, bud. How's it going?
It's going good. It's going good.
So how was your first experience out at Crestwood?
It was pretty good. I've heard that some people... Huh?
You have an awesome boss.
Yeah, I have a awesome boss. Yeah.
Yeah.
The best
Yeah,
boss.
that was the boss.
Yeah, maybe if you like kiss up to her a little bit, you'll get a Saturday off for the enduro.
Yeah. Well, I'm able to get Saturdays off and stuff for other races, but at our place, I'm not so lucky.
No, that's okay, man. Responsibility. She's treating you guys right, and that's what I said, man. It's definitely tough being a sponsored guy. What's up, Coop, in the house? But definitely making your dad super proud. You had an opportunity to go out there and run his truggy and basically show everybody what you're
Yeah.
about. Because, dude, if we can get you something that stays running, I think the sky's the limit. And right now, you are definitely showing us older guys how to go fast around the track. So it's super cool to see, bud.
Yeah, because my plan was, I think at the last Otter Cup race, I was thinking about trying Truggy next year or next race year, season, whatever. And I guess I had the opportunity this past weekend, yeah, a week ago, to race Truggy. So I'm definitely liking it. So I think that's the plan.
Yeah, so your dad said it's not his truggy anymore.
Yeah, and then once I
That's
get the Truggy actually set up to how I drive and not just how my dad drives, it'll definitely be fun.
Oh, yeah, dude. And honestly, I noticed that even with your nitro buggy, as soon as we got something that was like able to stay running and stay tuned, dude, you were a weapon with that thing. And I think the worst is yet to come. Now, I know that moving into next season, you have basically proven to everybody that you're a force to be reckoned with. What is something that you would like to see different moving into 2023?
Well, I think my main plan, because my idea is for sure to run e-buggy, and thinking about whether or not I want to run all three classes, being Nitro Buggy, e-buggy, and e-truggy, or just switch between e-truggy and Nitro Buggy. But if I do decide to do, I am actually trying to learn how to tune right now, watching YouTube tutorials and everything. So my main goal and hope is that I can actually get better and more consistent with Nitro Buggy. So,
Nice. Yeah, and
yeah,
I love definitely having you on board with the Nitro package because honestly, Nitro's the glory. But you know
yeah.
what they say, Keenan, e-buggy pays the bills. So, Andrew, we got Chris in the wings right now. So we're going to bring him on board and invite another guest. So hold on. Chris, we are bringing you online, bud.
What's up?
Hello,
And I think
Chris.
what
What's
is
up,
going
Andrew?
on? Welcome to the show. So,
I'm glad to be
sorry
here.
it was a little later than I anticipated. Like I said, we got
It's all
held
good.
up at the border, and now we are rocking and rolling home. So, another young gun, another fast kid. Now, I seen that picture that your parents sent me when you were kicking my butt in 4x4 short course, and now you're kicking my butt in the premier classes, which is even better. Now, first off, what is your favorite class?
My favorite class, it's got to be Nitro Truggy. There's no way around it. Nitro Truggy is just it. It's so much fun. You can't really. It's not hard by any means, but it's just fun. It's a Truggy with a nitro motor, and you can't go wrong.
Man, those things look like they're beasts too, man. So,
Yeah.
oh, we got the Zuban kids watching. What's going on, guys?
Hi, boys. Hi, Ross.
Everybody saying hi. But so you had a phenomenal last race, Chris, out at O Town, and basically, man, show.
Taking names.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard that. My wife was like kicking butt and taking names. That was definitely an awesome run. Do you want to talk about some of the highlights from that race? Because there was a few from you, that's for sure.
The overall weekend or that final A main, because there was a lot of highlights overall.
Yeah, the
for Nitro
final
Truggy.
A was just ridiculous, man.
Yeah, so it started off, it was in qualifying, it was actually both qualifiers, me and Kevin were in the same race. So
Yeah.
we were like neck and neck on the track and neck on the clock. And it was like, oh, dude, I knew coming off the track after that second qual, especially. I mean, I had no wing, my wing fell off. and we
Yep.
were literally nose to tail the entire second qualifier. I knew coming off the track, I was like, it's going to be an amazing A main. I knew that we were going to be tied together the entire time, and we were for the first 5 minutes. And then, he had a mechanical failure, and, that
Right.
gave me the lead. But and the pit stops in that Nitro Truckee A main, Douglas and Steve, they were absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I was doing 28-second pit laps, and everyone else was like in the 31s. It was crazy. Everything about that went well. It was under the lights. I won. So,
Yeah, I heard about that. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I heard about that on the post that you had like crazy fast pit stops and everything. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to see the race, but definitely sounded awesome.
Yeah,
No,
it was crazy.
It was his outlap. Like, it was almost like he didn't miss a beat. So who was pitting you?
Steve Zubin and Douglas Schufelt. They were pitting
Oh,
me
okay.
and Kirk Peterkin. So, yeah.
So you had slow Steve pitting you. That guy's old and slow. Like, man, you don't want him pitting you. But yeah, right, man. That guy is like,
The best.
yeah, the best of the best, and he's part of the Hot Bodies Nation. So it is super cool to have him helping you out, especially rolling into O-Town. So moving into 2020. Well, no. Before we even get to 2023, what is your plans for the rest of 2022?
Hopefully get out for a little bit of 10 scale racing. We don't have many carpet tracks or on-road tracks around here. The closest on-road track is in Canada for me, so probably not on-road, but I'll try to get out to Macon this winter for a little bit of 10 scale driving, but pretty much just looking forward to next summer.
Yeah, you know what? We're like we got lucky and we have an indoor on-road facility, Windsor Raceway. Thank you guys for setting that up. Looking forward to doing the little on-road racing. I know Monty and the Barnyard are hoping to tag team together to create some kind of indoor racing, which I hope they can pull off. Then we can bust out the 10 scales and have a lot of fun doing that. And are you doing the Memorial Race next weekend? The big one at Spark. It's
No,
like
I won't.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
I won't be
literally
making
an hour and a half from John's house.
I'm kind of focused on school right now. I've got a lot going on, so there's a lot right now. Working, school, as this live stream is about, how to balance work and school. So right now, yeah, that's what I'm working on.
Well, actually, you two would be the perfect ones to ask. How do you balance it out right now?
Andrew, you can take it first.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I think I kind of already talked about this, but for working, usually I'm able to clear my schedule for going to other places, but at our own track, I'm not as lucky. So usually I end up having to work the Saturday, but I guess it's also the fact that I kind of live here and am able to practice on it. So work isn't crazy hard to deal with. So I am able to find time off, but for school, I mean, I didn't have any online summer school or anything. So for the most part, racing and school are separate. But for the last bit, like this upcoming Memorial race, it's going to be tight for school, but there's not that many races during school time. So it usually works out decently.
And then what about for you, Chris?
Like for me right now, I usually race from April to September, maybe October if there's a race. That's when I race till. So there's a little bit of crossover for school and racing, but for me, I just kind of I tell my teachers ahead of time. I'm like, hey, I'm not going to be here for school on Friday. Can I get the work ahead of time? And then I end up doing it on Friday before I leave or on the way to the track. And then for work, I have a lenient schedule, so I kind of just take off when I can. I don't really work that much, so it's pretty easy to balance it. You just have to, be on top of school. Racing, it's not above school and it's not above work. You have to make money and you have to get educated. So racing is like the bottom, but if I can make it out, then I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris, man,
Like
that
that.
right there impressed the hell out of me. Just hearing that from you is awesome. And I hope the kids that are tuning in take that to heart, because without a good education and without a good job, having fun doesn't really come that easy. So please stay in school, number one. And number two, you know what? You gotta do a little bit of work. And in Andrew's case, we know where he works. Where are you working these days, Chris?
I'm working it's a convenience store at the corner of my street. It's not a far walk. Don't have to drive. It's pretty easy working there. It's just quite simple.
Heck yeah. And when people are calling sick, you're like right there. So you'd be a good backup too.
Yeah.
Nice. No, man, that is awesome. Now, are you and your dad going to be able to make it to the all electric race at O Town?
We're gonna do our best to make it out there. I'm gonna be putting together an e-truggy, hopefully kick some butt in that class. Obviously have the
Oh,
e-buggy there.
yeah.
And then,
Yeah, no, that'll be sick if we see you guys rolling into that event, man. It'd be pretty cool, especially with an e-truck, because I know Andrew had some success out at Crestwood stealing his dad's whip and seeing him on the podium, seeing him get the TQ. And man, if you didn't have that bearing blow up in the motor, I'm sure you would
Yeah.
have put a whooping on those boys, man. It was looking good. And the worst part is I only get to see names on the screen, so I didn't get to see video, but I heard a lot of people hyping you up, and that's always good. So Jason has a question. Chris, how old are you, bud?
I just turned 17 on September 10th, so 17.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thanks,
And
guys.
Andrew, how old are you? Because we know, but not everybody watching knows.
I'm 16. I turned
Yeah.
16 in June, so
Yeah, legal to drive now. So
Yeah.
watch out. But so
Where's Johnny Rocket?
I'm surprised Johnny Rocket hasn't called in yet there, Jay. Don't forget the link is in the comments. So if he wants to call in, he is more than welcome. Another fast up and comer, and he's been on a tear this year too. Punched his ticket into the A main at the last O Town race, which was awesome to see. Oh yeah, and I think he just won the last E-Truggy A main at our local track. But I kind of lost connectivity being stuck in the tunnel, so that sucked a little bit. Now going back to basically your guys' racing and stuff like that. I know Nitro Truggy is your favorite class, Chris. Andrew, what's your favorite class?
I think e-buggy for sure.
Nice.
E-truggy is coming up, so we'll see how that compares. It might be e-truggy for my new favorite next year, but as of right now, e-buggy, since I am more consistent in that class than any other. So it's the most fun to drive as well for me.
Nice. Yeah. Do you find, Chris, that the Truggies are a little bit more forgiving than the buggy?
Yeah, 100% more forgiving than the buggies. I mean, I like to think of it as a truggy can make a okay driver fast, but a fast driver can make a truggy like really fast. So that's how I think of it.
Yeah, man. When you were talking about like the A main there with the nitro, and before Siller had the issues, it was like basically lining up to be the battle on the track. And man, you guys were pulling off some epic lap times, and it was so cool to see. I just feel bad for Kevin, but honestly, it was between you two for the win anyway, so I'm just happy one of you guys were able to pull it off.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, there's one point where he pulled out to about a 3-second lead on me. But then kind of like right after, I pulled off some type of lap. I think it was like a 23 flat, and I managed to drop the gap from 3 seconds to 1 seconds. It was really crazy. I saw his truck go from like a couple corners ahead of me to like right in front of me, and I was like, holy crap. I said to Douglas in the headset, I was like, holy crap, that was a fast lap. And I mean, the rest was history, I guess.
Oh yeah, no, it was super cool. But Andrew, just turn your phone sideways, bud.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, perfect.
there you go.
And then, yeah, no, because we got Johnny Rocket on board too, so I'm just gonna pull him on board. Give me 1 sec, because Johnny is now in the house. Let's see how that looks. Is the layout good? Johnny, just turn your phone sideways, bud.
I'm not sure if I can.
There you go.
I'll have to prop it up on something.
Actually, no, it didn't. It didn't auto rotate for you.
Oh yeah,
No, yeah, you're gonna have to leave it, I guess.
I gotta turn off my screen lock.
Because if
Oh,
you
there we
turn
go.
it, there you go. Perfect.
I don't know if it'll stay. It won't stay.
Yeah, my arm is actually getting tired trying to hold
All right.
up my phone right now. But yeah, so Johnny, welcome to the show, and we got another up and comer. Now, how old are you, Johnny?
I'm 15.
50. Oh, so you are actually the youngest on the show. I
Yeah.
know that you have been lighting it up lately, and definitely showing what you're capable of. What is your favorite class?
Yeah. By far, Truggy. It's so easy to drive. You barely have to change any
They're all
settings.
different.
Yeah.
That's like plug and play, eh?
Yeah.
So speaking of Truggy, from what I saw, I wanted to have it on the live show. Did you win the last race today?
Yeah. I took TQ and first overall. Or not first
Yeah.
overall for the series, but for the day, yeah.
Johnny Rocket taking the name.
Oh,
eh?
yeah.
Good job, Johnny.
Sweet, man. That is
Thank you.
awesome. So, I know that you were working or had an interview at the hobby shop or anything like that. Are you currently working right now, or is it just school for you?
Just school right now.
All right, and I know that you basically been balancing that out with the help of your dad, because I know without your dad and the support, basically from what I could see for all of you, because Chris, it looks like your dad's super involved with you, and John, he hardly even participates in the hobby. Jeez Louise, like, but does he know about RC racing? I guess, but definitely looked super cool. And basically, what was it that basically got you guys to the level you're at currently? We'll start with Andrew, and we'll go around the horn. Start with the top guy and go around.
I honestly, I mainly got into the hobby in the first place just because my dad kind of forced me to. Well, I don't know if it was forced me to, but he kind of started off with novice with short course, and it kind of evolved from there to e-buggy and so on. But I think it's more that I just wanted to like race with the fast guys. So I actually started putting time to practicing, and now, especially now, actually learning about the car and how things work and everything. I think that's what really has changed for me, is actually enjoying and learning new things about this hobby and everything about it.
Super cool. Chris, what about you, bud?
I originally started racing there was a track close to my house. It closed down, but I started racing there. I sucked back then. Like, I was not good at all. Even to when it closed, I really wasn't that good of a racer then. I started racing at Macon, and the level of people there, they started lifting me up, and I started getting quicker. And then Otterville, that really brought a lot in, because when I started racing here in 2018, 2019, there was a lot of fast guys, and the track and everything about it, Nitro, it was just, I wanted to do it. Then COVID year happened, I didn't, get much better COVID year. I had different cars. I drove Mugens that year, but I didn't like them. Then I finally switched to HB in 2021, and then the rest is history. I mean, I have exceeded an exponential graph. I mean, I have gone up a lot in skill level since the start of 2021, and now I'm here. So,
Well, I just got to say this, Chris. When you rolled up with the hot bodies for the first time, it was like, who is this kid? Like, it just like, you were like, you put yourself on the map with those new kits. And it was awesome to see because, boy, oh boy, there's going to be a lot of people butthurt next season when you come out if you keep heading in the trajectory that you are. Because, man, you look extremely fast. And I think the more time you get with those kits, the more comfortable you're going to be.
yeah, for sure.
And then, Johnny, your dad already answered for you, but I'm kind of curious to see what you say, bud.
I think the start, it was a really slow start for me because I obviously wasn't a good driver. I only drove 2-wheel drive, and I had a car that wasn't really a race car, so it was brushed and kind
It was pretty junky, yeah.
Yeah, nickel metal hydride, yeah. But I think when I started to pick up the 4-wheel drives, that's where my skill improved, and I started getting to like the B main at Spark, and it was when I started 8-scale buggy. It's when I noticed like I was getting pretty good at it. And then Andy Veter taught me about setups and stuff, and then as soon as I got the sponsorship, I learned plenty more, and I've just been getting faster ever since.
Well, the one thing that I noticed since you got the sponsorship, your work ethic has just gone through the roof. And not only are you working on your stuff, you're like your dad's pit guy too, man. It's like insane. Yeah. So once we get that sorted out, I feel the sky's the limit. I know with the Truggy, you've been just a weapon the whole time. And if you keep it on all fours and you keep your head strong, you have the skill set in order to succeed for sure.
Yeah.
So this is what Blakely says about you guys. So I don't know if it comes. Oh, here we go. It's loading. So it says you look very fast on the track with Andrew and Johnny, and the three of you just need to work on consistency, clean laps, hitting those same fast lines, car control, and thinking ahead of the car. And this is my favorite one: practice, practice, practice. But yeah, and John, what he said earlier, wanting to spend time with you together, father-son time. That honestly, I love just going camping with my kids, hanging out with them. We're blessed with an awesome parking spot at O-Town where we have access to the pool, and it's Club O-Town for us, yes. And it's just an awesome spot. The whole group of people that show up to O-Town make it a family fun racing environment, and you guys are definitely a huge part of that reason why my kids enjoy it there so much. So moving on to 2023, is there going to be any big changes that you can see coming for Mr. Andrew Blakely? Is there anything big coming changes for you?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is getting a new e-truggy and possibly switching between e-truggy and nitro buggy. I think that's the main big thing for me. And learning like how to tune as well, because that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Nice. And then, Chris, you said you were building an e-truggy right now, correct?
Yeah, I'm taking the front and rear end of the one that I have right now, the Nitro Truggy, and I'm just gonna put them on an electric chassis, because it's the same thing, it's basically just plug and play. And then starting next year, depending on if HB comes out with the new buggy, it's looking like it. Cole Ogden with new arms on his car, that could possibly be a new buggy, and hopefully a new Truggy kit as well. The one that I have now is not the current kit that they have. It's an older kit, but still drives just as fast. and hopefully getting some sponsors. That would be real nice. That would help my program. That would help me, be able to spend more money on other things, stuff that makes me personally a better driver on and off the track.
Nice. That is a good answer, because having the whole package is huge, because people don't realize the expense that if you want to be as competitive what you three want to be, it is extremely tough. You always want to have the latest, greatest, and when you have something that you're comfortable with and you have those options, it makes tuning and getting to that next level a little bit easier. So I completely understand that. That's a good answer. What about Johnny? What do you think is going to be new for you in 2023?
I kind of want to start the nitro. I don't know if I want to do nitro buggy or nitro truggy, but that start at Otterville, you letting me run the nitro truggy, definitely got it into my mind. I like having a lot more track time, but it's a lot different from electric. I'll have to figure it out, and so much more maintenance and money.
Yeah, but it's a good thing, the manager. Personally, you have a connection, so you should be all right there. We should be able to work something out with your dad.
Not like putting up a nitro truck, just sitting there.
So true. No, and honestly, dude, it was awesome pitting for you, because I know you typically pit for me when I'm running buggy. So we might have to work out a deal where I supply you with the truggy, pit for you, and then you pit back. So we'll definitely work something out. Also, the one thing that I would love to see you get something better is your wheeler, because man, if you didn't have to work on that thing as much as you drive it, I feel that you would be a weapon in the wheeler class. So we're gonna have to talk to your dad about that more so than the nitro truck, because we got you covered there. Yeah, Matt says if you want to run nitro, it's time for a part-time job. But super cool. So I'm gonna start with Andrew, and then we'll circle around again. Andrew, if you could go to any event, what event would it be?
Honestly, I don't have a clue, because I'm not like as up to date with RC races and like the major big races as much as everyone else is. So I probably switch or ask that question to my dad, and I'd go along with my dad to wherever he goes. So
Nice. So I'm gonna ask Chris, because Chris is the American on the channel here, and basically he has access to some of the biggest events in the world. Chris, man, what's one that you would love to see?
I would absolutely love to go to the Dirt Nitro Challenge in California. That is my dream race. That is probably the best race that you can go to in America. It's probably well worth the travel expenses to go there.
I 100% agree. That is also on my bucket list, and that's an awesome pick. Johnny, what's your bucket list race, bud?
I have no idea. I'm not much into the pro scene, so I don't know much about the big events.
Yeah, you guys are still kind of young, so.
Mm-hmm.
So I know for me, I would like to, on my bucket list is obviously DNC. DNC has got to be one that I'll hit for sure. But another bucket thing for me is gonna be all of the race time entertainment events. They got Psycho Nitro Blast, they got AMS, they got Wicked Weekend, they got the Blue Ridge National, and they got the fifth one, which is
Done all but two.
Yeah, I've done all but two, but I'm trying to think of what the other one's called. But yeah, any of the race time entertainment ones I would love to go to. Dirt Nitro Challenge is obviously another one. And beyond that, obviously just hitting up all the O-Town big races I can. Oh, there you go. Hey, yeah, I would love to go to the Mugen Challenge. I believe, Chris, you went to that too, right, bud?
I didn't go this year, but I've gone for the past 3 years, other than this year.
I would love to check out the dirt or the Mugen Challenge for sure. It is close enough that hopefully, with proper planning, we should be able to go to that in 2023. Another good event. I'm not sure. I know Andrew's been there. I don't know if Johnny's been there, but Quebec has an epic track layout and crew. Always a good time out in Quebec. And trying to think for the Barnyard Brawl is the big one at Barnyard. Crestwood, I'm not sure if they had a big event this year, but I'm sure in 2023 they will have something. The next one would be Spark, which is coming up next weekend, our big race. Typically, they have two big races there, one called the Summer Shootout, the other one the Brian DeClaire race. But yeah, super cool. So now, Andrew, as far as racers go, who do you look up to the most in racing RC?
Well, if I were to, well, I mean, Douglas for sure. Trying to like see what he does and try to copy it almost to try and see if I could somewhat achieve what he can. But I think my main goal for who to try and beat would be between Steve Juban and Andrew Bukar, because for the non-big races that I go to, I'm always behind them, so they're always in front of me and try to catch up and get faster. Oh, and Kyle Robinson too. He's usually in front of me as well. So those three guys are kind of the main people I'm looking up to.
Nice. No, that's I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Oh my God, we finally made it home. So, Chris, who is the one that you look up to and try and beat on the track?
For a while it was Kyra. He was, I mean, he's the reason that I'm still racing. He's the reason that I didn't quit after COVID started. He's the reason that I'm at the level that I'm at. You know, he really did help me get here. And I thank him for everything that he's given to me before, you know, he kind of dispatched from racing. Yeah, he's definitely like my idol for this.
Nice. So Kyra, and he's your older brother, correct?
No, he's actually my friend. We've been racing together since we've been friends for about 8 years. We've been racing together for as long, basically. So
okay. See, I thought you guys were related.
Yeah, I kind of did too, to be honest. So I'd always see you two together, and I was like,
Yeah, no, yeah, but that's cool. So now we know. So see, there you go. That's why we do these shows, so people can kind of educate themselves. And Johnny, who you looking up to, and who you trying to beat?
Right now, the one I'm chasing at Spark is Andy Peter. He's always winning. In Wheeler, I'm closest to him in Wheeler. I'm usually always second or third behind Rick. I've got close to him a few times, but he just doesn't care. He pulls away, drives a half a lap faster than me.
Andy is our fastest guy for sure. Yeah. And if you think bad at all.
You cut out for a second there, Adam.
It just switched to my normal internet, so it should be okay now. It's just weird getting home. I thought I'd be home way earlier, but yeah, no, honestly, I believe that Johnny, if he actually once I talk to his dad, we're going to hook him up with the new S-Works wheeler that's going to drop any day now. And I feel that if he has a wheeler that, like I said, that he doesn't have to work on constantly, I feel that he'll be able to work on setup and probably get a couple tenths closer to Andy every time out. So I hope you can definitely do that for sure. So Andrew, I know you said you're not really into the pro scene, but who's your favorite pro driver?
I honestly have no real clue. I kind of look at all of them and see try and learn something from all of them, I guess. All the main ones that I see or hear about.
Nice, nice. What about you, Chris?
My favorite driver right now is probably Ryan Mayfield. Cole Ogden is a close second, but Mayfield, he's so good. You know, every race he goes to in America, you expect him to just win it, and he does, like 75% of the time.
Oh, it's insane how good Mayfield is, for sure. No, I like watching him. We actually have an autographed Truggy body from PMB, and he signed it for my son when we were there having a few beers together. And the guy is just so down to earth. And I was kind of starstruck when I first met him, but no, man, the guy's so cool, and it was a good time for sure. What about you, Johnny? Who's your top pro?
I'm gonna say Joe Bornhorst.
Smoking Joe, eh?
Yeah, 'cause he's on the team. He's a damn fast guy, and yeah, he's nuts.
Yeah, no, I definitely like Joe, and yeah, having him on the team makes it way better to talk to people about setup. And he's another one that's down to earth, and he's like the gentle giant. So it is. Whoop. Uh-oh.
You said whoop as I tripped.
Are you there?
Yeah,
I
we're
think
still here.
You exited.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Technical difficulties there. But yeah, no, Joe is definitely super cool. We got to meet him a few times, and it was awesome when they did the teamwork, and he jumped the long jump at PMB. They definitely went full send and did the rocket launch and all that stuff. It was Joe Bornhorst and Tebow when they were on Techno, and definitely went full send. So obviously, you guys are into it because of your parents and your parents' support, because obviously getting out to the events is extremely tough, making it, like basically we call them racecations, and we have a lot of fun doing it.
You call it that?
Yeah. And basically we like to travel all over and experience different tracks and things. Jeff, my arm is actually falling asleep. I got to find a stand for it here. Maybe we can go like this. Hey, Google, turn on the garage lights.
Right.
There. I'm hoping there. How's that? Is that better?
I need somewhere to put this so here between.
No.
A little grinding, but you're all right.
Yeah. All right. So basically, what I want to do is I want to give you guys an opportunity to thank a few people for helping you guys with your program. So, Andrew, we will start with you, bud.
Well, I think my biggest thanks goes out to my dad because he's kind of the whole backbone of me racing in general, because I'm not that knowledgeable in RC stuff yet, and I honestly don't think I'd be able to race without him. So biggest thanks goes out to my dad. And then pretty much anyone else who's out there racing and everything like that. I think everyone's helped me at some point.
Yeah, you're a pretty likable kid.
That's good to hear.
All right. So, yeah. So, Chris, man, what about you?
My biggest thanks probably goes out to Kyra Bach,
Right.
Steve Zubin, Kirk Peterkin, Douglas, and obviously my mom, my dad, my whole family. I mean, they're all so supportive of me. They all, my dad drives me everywhere. It's a 4-hour drive to Mugen Challenge, about a 3-hour drive to Otterville, and whatever other tracks we go to in between. He's always willing to drive me, and that's just it's so helpful for me. Helps me get practice, helps me get better, and I couldn't ask for anything else.
Sweet. No, man, that's awesome. Johnny, man, what about you, bud?
Obviously, I have to start with my dad. He brings me everywhere, pays for everything. He helps me with back-to-back races with marshaling and getting my car ready. And I also got to thank Andy Veeder and obviously you for getting me a sponsorship, and Andy for helping me with setup, teaching me about setup, giving me some tips. Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah, no, Andy
is extremely knowledgeable in and around our area, and he is one that everybody is gunning for locally. The only one that I've ever seen come to our track and just lay a beating on him has been Douglas. And for Andy being the age that he is, for him to still be that competitive, it gives me hope. But I'm like, I'd rather just see you guys get faster.
I also want to go back and thank my mom and you too, Adam, as well, because and I guess my whole family too, because everyone's also supportive, just like what Chris and Johnny said. Couldn't really do this sport without, or this hobby without any of you guys.
Yeah, no, Andrew, like honestly, I feel that we're the lucky ones because seeing you kids come up in a hobby that is, let's face it, it's not the easiest thing to get into. Not only do you have to know electronics, not only do you have to know motors, not only do you have to know tire technology, you got to know your own suspension package. There's so many pieces to the puzzle that if you miss on just one or two of those puzzle pieces, your whole day is going to be just a mess. And you guys have definitely stepped it up. I've personally seen Andrew and Johnny working on their stuff now. And Chris, like I said earlier in the show, as soon as you got your hands on that Hot Bodies kit, literally, like you were kind of there, but then when you showed up with Hot Bodies, man, holy heck, it definitely brought you to the next level. And I think that you're going to be like Rick said, you're going to be keeping the old guys on their toes for sure. Rick is one that I'm trying to beat, and in 2023 my plan is to actually beat him heads up. So I'm gonna have to bring my A game for sure, because man, this guy, ever since he got fixed, has just been a machine coming out. So Emo John is going to be fire in 23. Bring back the rhythm. Yeah. So I gotta ask, and we'll start with Andrew and we'll work our way around again. Andrew, what is your favorite part of a track?
I guess I'd probably say atmosphere, or the people that are at the track, because they're kind of like the make or break of racing. So if they're friendly and they can help out, it's awesome. And if they're not, it's harder to race in general.
Oh man. So what about you? What about you, Chris?
I agree with Andrew. The atmosphere is just like it's the biggest part. Racing is a hobby. It's not our jobs. We go there, we choose to go there, we spend money to do it. We might as well have fun doing it. And then the bumps and the difficulty of the track, that's another big one for me. If a track is difficult, bumpy, loose, then I love it. I love that.
Sweet. Man, that was a good answer, because it is all about going there and having a good time. And if you're not having fun, oh man, you got to really consider why you're doing it. Johnny, what about you, bud? What's your favorite part?
I gotta agree with both of them. It's mostly in the environment, like having fun with people you know and friends. It's a lot of fun, but battles, either watching or being in a battle on the track, it's nervous.
Yeah, no kidding. Steve says, like, are you sure you're 17? Yeah, no, dude, that was an awesome answer. And John, yeah, that is definitely awesome when Carla comes around with the ice cream bars for sure. And Steve says that us older guys can learn from that too. Yes, because like honestly, I know there's a few people that are still not really enjoying themselves when they come to the track, and like I honestly feel bad for them, because like Chris said, we're spending our own money to get there. You're putting in all this time and effort, and if you're not having fun, you just put in time and effort and spent your hard-earned cashola, and you're not having fun. To me, that's just a recipe for a disaster. And you just gotta like look yourself in the mirror and realize, like, man, we are doing it as a hobby. And Chris, you couldn't have said it any better, because you want to make sure you're having fun.
I think Johnny got lost.
Yeah, I think his dad, who's not enjoying themselves, we need to change their minds. Yeah, and honestly, I think it's just a small group, and honestly, everybody has a bad day here and there, and you just got to shake it off and realize, like, when I go to the bigger events, for me, it's more of what I can see my kids progressing. I love seeing Andrew getting better every time. I love working on his nitro stuff, so then that way I know he can actually start leveling up. The other thing I like is, like, after the racing's done, having a few pops with my friends and just hanging out, and the banter is second to none. I think that everybody that I hang around with or kind of come into contact with, I always try and put a smile on their face. I always try and kill them with positivity. But in the end, we got to make sure we're having fun. Okay, I think I got Johnny back. Yeah, here he is. He is back. There he is. All right.
He's alive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
phone
yeah.
glitched out and
No, we are good. So adulting can be hard and unfair. Yes, absolutely. When I had a bad day, Johnny got a truggy. LOL. Look how it. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, thanks, Steve. And honestly, it makes it easy when I'm hanging out with cool people. Whenever I'm at the track and I see somebody having a good time, it's easy to just feed off of that positive energy. And then when somebody's having a bad time, I'll swing by. I'll try and, like, give them a pat on the back, give them a beer, give them a bug, give them a little something to just make sure that they know that their time there is still important, and that if they need something, we're all there as a family and a community. Because I've seen all of you guys help people out at the track, and that is what I appreciate the most. And let's face it, man, we're not getting any, well, you guys are getting older, but I'm not getting any younger. And we need the help from you guys sometimes, because, like, we got old and busted people there that can't marshal anymore. And you guys are missiles out there, man. Sometimes you guys marshal me faster than I can even hit that section. So I got to say, it's awesome to see you guys out there. Now, Andrew, what grade are you in, bud?
I'm in grade 11.
Grade 11. Chris, so you're in grade 11 too, or?
I'm in 12th grade.
Holy heck. And then Johnny, you got to be in what, 10?
yeah.
So second year high school, eh? That is crazy. So when you guys go to school and you talk about RC, do you have like a small clique that get it, or like what's the vibe there when you guys talk about racing RC?
Well,
You
I mean,
can
I
say-
actually have
yeah.
one friend that knows about RC and actually races it, because he has like a 10 scale or something like that, 10 scale or 12 scale, who actually, he has a car like that. Not like the ones that we race, but it's similar to it. So he's pretty much the only person who really understands it. But I sometimes talk to my friends about racing. Actually, my main friend group know about the races because they've been out. I think you've met some of them, Adam.
Yeah.
My other friends that have come out, so they know about the races, but most other people don't really get it as much.
Right. Yeah. Well, it was super cool when all your friends showed up on the mountain bikes and stuff like that, and it was for your party and all that. It was super cool. That was awesome. That was a good weekend, actually. And then what about you, Chris? Because in the States, man, I know it's way more popular, but like with the younger crowd, I don't know what the vibe is with that. So, holy, Chris is the senior class president this year too. Holy crap! Congratulations! You got the president on board too. Actually, you know what? I think he froze.
Yeah, I think he is frozen.
Didn't work.
Or he fell asleep.
It is late. Yeah, we'll have to cut it out loose. Like I literally wanted it to be an hour, but I wanted to start at 7:30. So I do apologize that I was stuck at the border. Yeah, he's loading right now. So we'll give him a sec. Johnny, you still okay?
Yep.
So what's the vibe like at your school?
Almost nobody does it. Actually, not almost. Nobody does it. Anytime I
Is it
talk
just
about this
because-
stuff, I have to over-explain it.
Really? And now,
Yeah.
have you ever brought in one to school just to show them like what's up?
I kind of want to, but I don't know how I'd do that because I don't know if it'll fit in my locker. And
Yeah,
carrying
you
it in my
wanna make sure
backpack
you-
sucks.
Yeah, you want to make sure you keep it safe too, because people don't realize like how much money and time and effort you have to put into a rig to get it to go around the track consistently. That's for sure. All right, hold on. We got Chris back. We'll pull him on board. There he is.
Ironically, one time
Sorry
I
about
actually
that.
did bring my buggy to school, and ironically, it was for a French class project, not even like technology, whatever it is. It was a French class
Technology.
project that I brought it in for, so it's kind of funny.
Nice. So, Chris, yeah, we're up to you. We were just kind of curious what the vibe is like. If anybody really kind of gets it at your school, I know it's a little bit more popular in the States than it is in Canada, but how's people taking RC racing at your school?
Well, in the States at least, people are a lot more mean. And they're not really as kind-hearted, so it's not socially accepted. Kind of, you tell people, "Oh, I race RC cars," and they're kind of like, "What?" And they kind of like laugh at you.
Yeah, like
but
geeks in the field.
there's one person at my school that understands it, and he's a teacher, and it's a funny story. So, I don't know if you know Macon Tracks. You probably do, Adam.
Yep.
So back like 2018, 2019, when the track first opened, there was this guy that raced there. His name was Jason Glazer. I knew him. He was friends with our clique at the track, our Buffalo clique. And he actually ended up, so my technology teacher stopped teaching at my school. So he ended up taking the job at my school. And he's my technology teacher now. So he's the only person that kind of understands it, He'll kind of ask me how my racing's been going and, other things like that. So that's kind of cool. But other than that, it's not really accepted.
Right. No, that is super cool because, like, especially the technology side of things, because let's face it, you guys are at that cusp, but my kids, like being 11 in that, I'm wondering if they're even gonna have gas-powered cars by the time they go and purchase something, because like the technology is kind of leaning towards the electric market, and you guys are a huge one up on that because you guys already know about LiPo battery safety. You guys already know about the servo throws. You guys already know how to program ESC. So your guys' knowledge is already blowing away what the norm is. You know what I mean? Because like you guys are technologists, even though not a lot of people would give you credit for what you do. Because when you say I race RC cars, first thing they think of is that piece of crap New Bright that they saw on the shelf at their local, shopping mall or whatnot. They don't realize that there's a whole hobby grade. But John's saying that getting the schools involved with RC is cool too. Another school race is planned for October. And I don't know if you guys were following, but what they did was they bought a whole bunch of kits, had the students build the kits. Once they built them, they got the practice out in the driveway, and then they finally got to go to O-Town and get some laps under their belt. Now, were you there, Andrew, when the students showed
Yeah,
up?
I remember that one time a couple of years ago.
Right before
I remember
COVID.
that. Yeah, it was before COVID.
And they're going to try and bring that back. And to me, seeing stuff like that is just super, super cool. We are at our hour mark now. I just want to thank you guys for coming on board. I do apologize again for being so late and not having everything all set up like I planned to do, but that border was backed up. the auto show was phenomenal, and happy birthday to my dad. I think he was watching a little bit earlier, and definitely super cool. Other than that, we will cut you guys loose. Andrew, is there? Well, you know what? We'll go to Chris while Andrew's moving around. Chris, is there anybody you want to thank before we get going?
I want to thank my dad. I want to thank my mom. I want to thank Steve for giving me the chances that he's given me this summer. Giving me the chance to get on HB. And really, that's about it.
Cool, bud. Man, I can't wait to see you again. Hopefully you guys can make it out in October. If not, we will definitely have to do this again. We'll do it at an earlier time so we can get more of the kids on board, because I know that John's son was Gavin was trying to jump in on here too, and we'll see if we can get a few more. Johnny, you want to thank anybody before we cut you loose?
I'd like to thank my dad, everyone who has helped me on the S-Works team with setups, Andy Veeder. Who else? I don't know. Yeah, basically everyone who's helped me out in this with setup, driving, everything. Yeah.
Cool, bud. All right, Andrew, don't forget your mom.
Yeah. I pretty much want to thank everyone, because everyone has helped me at some point. But yeah, especially my family and everything, my mom, my dad, all the fast racers that have helped me, because they know what they're doing and I don't. But yeah, I want to thank everyone. I know my mom especially, so she won't let me go without it.
Oh, no, for sure. No, and honestly, it seems like you all three have a great family support system in place in order for you guys to pull this off. I know that Andrew with the track and the amount of work that your dad has to put in, it's just nuts. I know Johnny with your dad working and being the volunteer firefighter, he's got a full thing on his plate and he still manages to get you out to all the events. And Chris, man, oh my God, seeing your dad roll up with the full fan dam was awesome to see. And I didn't realize how many siblings you actually have. So to see your dad pulling that off, boy, oh boy, you are some kind of special, and it is awesome to see. I appreciate you guys coming on board, and we will hopefully see each other. Well, I know I'm going to see you guys all next weekend at our big race at Spark, so looking forward to that. And I will definitely talk to you guys later, man. Good luck, and we will see you guys shortly.
Right,
see you, Chris.
Adam.
See you, Johnny. See you, Adam.
See you, John. See you, Andrew.
See you guys.
See ya.
All right. So, thank you to the young guys basically jumping on board. I do apologize for not having the right setup and being extremely late, but man, we rolled with the punches. We were able to get through. Thank you for all the comments. They were awesome and definitely kept the show rolling. And these kids, boy, oh boy, we're going to have to look out. I know they're already beating me, so you fast old guys better look out, because you know what? They're going to be coming knocking on your door next season, and if you're not prepared, guess what? Be Maine for a lot of us. Anyways, I will see you guys later, and don't forget, next week we got a doozy. We are going to be coming at you live from the track with a special guest, none other than Jared. He just got announced as the new Team Tekin manager, so I can't wait to have him on board, and hopefully we'll have a good time, and we will see you guys then. Until next weekend, keep the rubber side down. See ya.